welcome to my YouTube channel for another video. So today we will be creating an amazing snake application. So without further ado, let's get started. So we will start by creating a index.html file and type exclamation mark, and you will get your boilerplate HTML. Then let's rename this type to snake, for example. Snake. This this snake game or any other web game, but CSS script is perfect for making our snake app. So now speaking of CSS, let's get some of the style here. We will add a style tag, and now we will be developing, structuring is the right word, our body tag, and here we will add a height which will be 100 VH, width 100 VH. Then let's go and add background color here, which will be black. Then let's display text, then justify content center, then align item center. Here basically we are centering our game in the center of the screen, and the margin will be 0 here. Now let's go and add some style to our board here, and we will add background color here, which will be CCC. Now let's add width as 100 VH mean, and the reason of using VMean, it's because whichever direction is the narrowest. For example, width is the narrowest, VMean is our width. So if we expand our screen, for example, then VMean is our height. So in this case, width will be 100% of our height, and height will be 100% of our height. And we do that because we want to have always our square to be as large as possible to fill our screen. So now we will do the same to height, 100 VMean, and then display width, a grid. Now we want 21 columns and row with all exactly the same size. So and also we want that the browser calculate automatically the size, because for example we don't want all the time to calculate 21 square. We want that the browser do that even when the screen size changes. So to achieve that, we will add the grid template columns and repeat 21 1 FR. So grid template rows and repeat 21 then 1 FR. So now we will add also our snake class and our food class. So here inside the snake, let's add background color, and it will be HSL 200, 100%, then 50%, and we got this beautiful blue color. And inside the food, we will add also background color, and it will be HSL 50, 100%, and 50%. So we got this beautiful yellow color for the food. Now, we want the border to scale with the size of the screen. So if the screen become bigger, the border become bigger also, and vice versa. So to achieve that, we will use border in 0.25 be mean, and solid, then black. And we will copy this and then paste it here inside the food. And this is basically it for the CSS and the HTML part. Now the fun part begins, and we will add our CSS, and that's why we will create our game.js file. Let's make this upper, and here we go. This is our game.js file. So now we need to call this file from the HTML. That's why we will add our script source game.js, and we will add the refer to tell the browser to load this file after the body. Then type, we will add the type, which will be module, because we are going to use export and import, and that means we are going to use multiple JavaScript file and to structure the logic of our Snake app, and to tell, let me say, the browser that we are going to use as much of JavaScript file. We add the type, and the type will be equal to module. So now every game like this has a main function that will repeat itself over and over again. For example, when snake move, or when the snake eat, when we lose the game, etc. And this function repeat every set of time. So to do that, let's create my function here, and it will be named main, and it will have as parameter current time. So now this function, as we mentioned before, will call itself multiple times. So to achieve that, we will add window, then request animation frame, and we will call main. And let's print the time when the function is called, and it will be current time. Current time. Let's now open the browser and test once again. And the function didn't work, so let's see why. We didn't call it for the first time, so let's copy this and call it for the first time. And now, as you see, the function is calling itself over and over again. But as you may observe, that the time that the function called is very short and very close to each other. So to make that even visible to you, so I will add let, for example, last time call, which will take 0 as first value. Then let's go here, and let's add, for example, let's make it a const seconds remaining, and it will take the current time, which will be in milliseconds, minus the time called, which will be also in milliseconds, then divided by 1000 at the time in seconds. Now we will make last time called equal to current time. And now let's bring this into the console and see. Now, as you see, the time between every function call is very short, and it is in the order of 0.01. And this is very, very fast. And we don't want that in our application. So instead of running it in each of 0.01 seconds, we need to call the main at certain threshold. So to achieve that, let's go once again to our game.js and let's add a const value which will be snake speed. And inside snake speed here, I will add the value 1, and this basically means that the snake will move once per second. And here, let's go once again to the main function, and let's add here a condition. And inside that condition, we will say that the second remaining should be less than 1 divided by snake speed. And if this condition is true, we will break from the function here. And now let's go to the browser and test once again. Let's change it to, for example, render. And let's see now. And as you see, every second, this function main is called, and this is what we want. If we change here this snake speed to 2, the function main will be called twice per second. And as you see here, it's clearly visible. So now, as you may know, every game have 2 main functions, which will be the update and the draw, and they will loop every time. So the update function will move the snake, for example, to the right, left, up, down, change the position, tell if the snake, or let me say the player, lost the game. And the draw method will take the logic from the update function, and then it will display it to the screen. So, but first of all, let us create the snake.js file, and then let's copy this game, that snake speed, and paste it here and add export. And let's import it here. Import. Then we will import snake speed from snake.js here. Make sure to add .js, otherwise it wouldn't work. As you see here, it works as it should. Now we have got a small problem. Drawing the snake is not an easy task. We need to know before how to present it and how to make it clear in the screen. Fortunately, Grid have system that help us to present our snake as X and Y point position. So to achieve that, let's go here and add export necessary function, and then let's add function here, then draw. Also here, let's add export function and update. Now we're still not drawing the snake into the screen, but this step is very important to achieve. So here, let's console log, for example, draw, and here let's print update. Let's go now to game.js and let's import update and draw. Let's here update as update snake, and here draw as draw snake. Now we will add those 2 functions here. For example, draw. Let update first here. Update. Now let's go here and create those 2 functions. Function update, and it will take update snake here. Then the function draw will take the port as a parameter, then draw snake. Also here, draw snake will take the board as a parameter. I forgot to add it here in the snake.js. So now let's add this. Let's import the board here, const board, then document, get element by ID, and it will be board. Here. Then let's go to the browser and see, and now it's clearly working as it should, and every 0.5 seconds, the draw and update are printed to the console. Now, let's go and draw our snake here, but first let's add our snake body, which will be array of positions. For example, X will be 11 and Y will be 11. This position means that the snake will be in the center of our screen. Now, let's go here and let's take the snake body. Then for each segment, and here, let's go and create a, for example, let's name it snake element, and it will be document create element, and this element will be a div, and this div will be inside the board in a specific X and Y position. Then let's take the snake element and style, then grid row start, then it will take the segment dot on Y, then the same here, it will be grid column in here, start will be take axis, then the snake element I will take class list story here, class list, and we will add the snake class that we created previously. Then we will take the board and then append child, and this child will be snake element. Now let's go to the browser and see, and this the snake that we created here. Let's add some position, for example. Let's add, for example, here 2 positions. Let's make this, for example, 12, and it's 13, and see what will happen. And as you see now, our snake is clearly visible and work as it should. Now, let's go to our update function in order to make our snake move. Let's go here and let's go to our update function, and let's add a loop here. We will take the snake body dot length -2, and before that, let's create a variable and name it I. And here, before I continue coding, I will explain. For example, if the snake is moving right here, it's easy. We know that we should add the position here. In this case, which is y plus 1 here, y plus 1 here, and we will this also be y plus 1. But if the snake moves, for example, up or down, it will be another case. In this case, for example, if the snake moves down, this the head of the snake will be placed here, and this element will take the place of the head, and this element will be take the place of the head, and this will be disappeared. So to achieve that, let's go here, and we take it, as I mentioned it here, the element previous to the last one, because the last one will be deleted. Now, let's go here and add a condition if I equal or superior 0, then I minus. And here, let's take the snake body of I plus 1 and it will be equal to snake body of I. And to get rid of the reference problem, let's go here and create a duplicate object. Let's go here, 3 point, and snake body. And let's go here, take snake body of 0, and let's go and add x's, then plus equal 1, and here we will do the same for the y-axis of 0, y equal plus equal 0. Let's change it to be 0 for the x's and 1 for the y, and see if anything changes. And as you see here, our snake move as it should. Let's change those two now, 1 and 0, and see if anything changes. And as you see now, our snake move as it should. But there is one problem remaining, which is that when the snake is moving, let me say, to the right, those elements are not deleted. This is easy to solve. We just need to go here and add port.inner HTML. Then it will be empty because we will delete all the HTML inside the board. And now if we open the browser, we see that our snake moves as it should. And in the next video, we will add the control from the keyword and the loss condition and etc. So this is all for this video. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you in the next one. Stay tuned.